Hey guys, what's up? It's Mr. HD Gamer 101 here, back with another video for you guys. This time, I am doing a $480 gaming computer to get you started and on your way to PC gaming. So this computer is not for your, your experienced enthusiast builder. This is definitely for you beginners out there. And let me tell you, this $480 computer build does include the OS, and this is an insane computer. So, stay tuned. Okay guys, so before we get started, I just want to say that the link to the PC part picker list is in the description, so don't worry about all of that. So guys, let's get on to this. For our processor, we have the AMD FX-4300. This is actually the processor that I now own and have. This processor is amazing. It is overclockable, by the way, and I would not recommend it because I do not have a CPU cooler. It comes with one, but it's not awesome, and it is kind of on the loud side. But it is clocked at 3.8 gigahertz, and it is a quad-core processor, which means you'll be able to play all the latest games and have no problems, because some games now, if you have a dual-core processor, they won't even launch, which really sucks. But you will not have this problem, and this processor will serve you for a really long time. So let's move on to the motherboard that we are going to pair this guy in. This is the ASRock 970M Pro 3. Now, this motherboard is a micro ATX board, which means it's a little bit on the smaller side. Don't let that fool you. You have 4 DIMM slots. This picture is not awesome, by the way, so I'll just do what I can. So we have 4 DIMM slots there. You know, your standard 24-pin power connector. You do have 2 USB 3s on the back, as well as a USB 3 header on the board, as well as 6 SATA ports, which is awesome, all being SATA Gen 3, which means SATA 6 gigabits per second. You have 6 USB 2s on the back, as well as your gigabit LAN, as well as it appears to be 2 USB 2 headers on the board. Now you also have an 8-pin ATX power. What is that? Yeah, it's just so you have your 8-pin CPU power right there, which means you have plenty of overclocking headroom as far as power to your CPU goes. Just in case you want to spend that extra $30 on a nice CPU cooler, you will be able to overclock this processor no problem. So moving on to the RAM now, we have the Kingston HyperX Fury Black 8GB. This is one stick of their 8GB RAM. This is DDR3 running at 1600 megahertz. Not the fastest RAM, but 1600 megahertz is all you really need. Now this is one stick of it, which means you'll only be filling up one of these DIMM slots, but that means that you can get another one, go 16, get another one, and then another one, and in the end you could have 32 gigabytes, which is really awesome. I don't understand. If you are just gaming, 8 gigabytes should be plenty for you. If you do some light video editing and stuff, I recommend 16. That's what I use, and I do need 32. But hey, 16 or 8 gigabytes is all you really need for gaming. So guys, that's it for the RAM. Move on. This is the most boring part, I do have to say. This is the Seagate Barracuda 1TB drive. It holds 1TB of space or data, and there you go. Woohoo. That's great. Okay, moving on to our graphics card, which I am very, 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 very happy and pleased that I could fit into this budget. This is the EVGA GeForce GTX 960 4GB card. This one being the super clocked edition with the ACX 2.0 cooler. Now guys, if you are brand new to PC gaming and you know nothing about what this means, go look this up. Look up EVGA, or don't even worry about that. Just go to GTX 960 4GB, search that in YouTube, and actually you can just go check out my video on the 960 if you would want to. That is in the card above you right now. If you want to go check out my benchmarks, it is not this exact card, but it is very similar. Just go look this up on YouTube if you after you watch my video on the 960, and you will see that this card is beast. It's not amazing, like over the top, max out every single game, over 60 FPS. But if you use GeForce GTX Optimizer, then you should be fine. And if you don't feel like doing that, you can usually get medium to high settings running at over 60 FPS, which is awesome for this graphics card. hopefully that was good. Make sure you go check out my video on it too if you have not already checked that out. So let's move on to that case. This one is the Deepcool Tesseract SW ATX mid-tower case. This is an ATX mid-tower case with a window. I got you guys a window on your case this time. It is a blue themed, but don't worry about that. It doesn't really matter. The internal design scheme is black, so blue and black, that kind of makes sense. Kind of nice looking on the outside. You got a nice little front panel right there. We don't have an optical drive because who needs an optical drive? As well as your inside. Doesn't look like you have a whole bunch of room to work in the back of the case, but hey, not too shabby if I do say so myself. You got some front panel USB as well as it comes with 2 fans, which is pretty darn awesome. Now let's move on to the power supply. This is the EVGA 500 watt 80 plus certified ATX power supply. This has 500 watts of power with, you had your 24 pin power connector there, you got your CPU power connector, you got SATA there, PCI there, and more SATA there. Actually, that's Molex, my bad. SATA, Molex. That's what I meant to say. As well as your power connector, which means that you have plenty of power for your graphics card there. You have 2 8-pins, so don't worry about power there. Now let's move on to the operating system. This is Windows 10 Professional for $30. It's a little bit more than 30, it's like 33 once you can buy it. But guys, this is not a scam. I swear to you, this is not a scam. This is kingwin.com. I trust this site. Many bigger YouTubers trust this site as well, so don't be afraid, okay? This is a legitimate Windows 10 Professional OEM key. And the reason they're able to get it so cheap is because of that word, OEM. Okay? Basically what this means is, you know, companies like Lenovo and HP and Dell, they buy these keys, the OEM keys, not the retail keys, which is what we would normally buy. The OEM keys, the only thing you're not getting over the retail is that pretty much you can't contact Microsoft when Windows gets corrupted or something, because you are the OEM, the manufacturer of your computer. So that, I seriously doubt Windows will get corrupted for you. So this is what I would use. I do have a retail key, but that was because I had money for it. But anyway, this is plenty good. This is gonna work just fine for you. Trust me. If it doesn't, tell Kingwin, and I'm sure they can get you hooked up. And if for some reason that this isn't legit, just make sure you buy this, the Kingwin Buyer Protection. Okay? What this does is if you buy it and it doesn't work, you can tell Kingwin, hey, this didn't work, and they'll give you another one. So make sure you buy it. It's only another $1.14 on top of this. You're really paying like 34 bucks for it, something like that. 34 bucks for Windows 10. That's amazing. So let's go back for the entire thing here. There's all the parts again. You will have this list, and you'll be able to hit buy. Okay. This comes out to a total of $480 after mail-in rebates and shipping. Now, since I'm assuming that some of you guys are new to the whole computer building thing, I will tell you what rebates are. So basically, in this build right now, who knows what it will be in the future, but right now, the motherboard has a $15 mail-in rebate, the graphics card has a $20 mail-in rebate, and the power supply has a $10 mail-in rebate. So basically what this is you buy these parts for $523, okay? Then what you do is when you receive them, you go to each of these websites, you click on the little rebate, you print that out, you take like the shipping label or something, it'll tell you what to do. You put the shipping label you print out this thing that's on their website, you fill it out, it's just like a little form, and then you like put the serial number or the model number or something like that on it. You send it to them and they'll say, okay, yep, you check out, and they'll give you $15 back, $20 back, and $10 back, which gets you to $480 after some $2 shipping there. Now, have I personally used rebates? No, because that is because I used Amazon, and I realized that that was a bad idea. I could have gotten my $600 computer at, well, let's see, It was $600 at that point. I could have had that computer for like $500 if I would have done PC Part Picker. So I really encourage you guys to do that, okay? This is the computer that I recommend, and this computer will be good for a long time, okay? You'll be able to play plenty of games. And this graphics card, in a few months, should go down in price too because of the new architecture coming out. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing for those new guys. If you don't understand something, make sure to tell me in the comments and I will try my best to explain it further in depth for you. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like if you liked it, dislike if you did not like it. And tell me in the comments below, like I already said, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just tell me and I will try my best to tell you. And if you would like to see me build this exact computer, make sure to tell me down in the comments below. And if you want to donate to me, because that would be awesome. Every donation you get a shout out on my channel as well. So, it has been Mr. HD Gamer 101 here. If you haven't checked out, you should go check out some of my other videos like this one. I do gaming videos as well. So guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.